Of learning a foreign language, how it will accelerate your career, sharpen your mind, improve your first language, and better enhance your travel experience. From the Daily American, Elise Halidi's article, Should American Students Be Required to Learn a Second Language, published in November of 2003, says that our nation, commonly referred to as the mixing pot, it is important for all students and people to learn a second language. I definitely agree with this because since America, we are a mixing pot and we don't have a defined language, that there are multiple languages that we all speak, that it's a good idea for all of us to learn a second language besides English. So like I said, I'm going to talk about how it will accelerate your career, sharpen your mind, improve your first language, and give you a better travel experience. First off, we have accelerate your career. Most of the businesses in the U.S. are all foreignly owned. And by knowing a second language, it does have a substantial effect in the work field, being able to be bilingual or trilingual or whatever it is. Companies also offer additional benefits to employees who can speak more than just one language. By having the ability to converse freely in multiple languages is important, and it can also be a major boost to your career. By putting it on your resume that you can speak more than one language, you're more likely to be hired than someone who only speaks, just say, one language, which is just English. Now that I've told you about how learning a foreign language will accelerate your career, I'm going to tell you how it will sharpen your mind. First, it provides a mental challenge for you. Much like studying an instrument, learning a foreign language will provide a mental challenge and will increase your intellectual agility. It will cause you to think more on your feet, and it will just increase your thinking of everything. Also, in the article, Should Children Learn a Second Language, published on February 21st, 2011 from the Los Angeles Times, states that learning to juggle two languages in the brain is a skill that probably deserves credit for bilinguals, conjugatives, and adjectives. Although researchers stress this doesn't mean they learn any better than people who only speak one language. I can speak from experience in having cousins and family members who are bilingual. Starting at a younger age, it does help because your brain is still in that development stage, so therefore they're going to be able to learn it more. It's not a bad idea to start now either. And along with sharpening your mind, learning a foreign language will also improve your first language. The ways it will help you improve it is by your grammatical errors. It will help you draw comparisons and reevaluate your understanding of your native language. Since we've been speaking in our native tongue since birth, we often overlook the various grammatical errors that we make. By studying the foreign language, it will force you to draw comparisons and reevaluate your understanding of your native language. So how we all speak now, sometimes we don't realize that we miss majority of the grammatical errors, like when we say we're going to do something, we say we're gonna, which is improper. By learning a foreign language, it helps you think of those grammatical errors that you'd be doing. And last, it will enhance your travel experiences. By learning a foreign language, it provides many opportunities to study in a foreign culture. So if you want to go ahead and go and study abroad for school, it helps to, one, know that language because it helps you, you get the full experience when you're there. Like I know when I went to Mexico a couple years for spring break, I didn't know Spanish at the time, and it was very hard for me to kind of adapt and really understand the culture because I had to stay in more of the tourist areas where everyone basically spoke English, and it was like being in America, but just not in America, if that makes sense at all. We also learn to think outside our own cultural assumptions by knowing the foreign language to wherever you may be traveling to. You can, like I said, you can stay out of the tourist areas and go into the more like maybe rural parts of whatever country it is that you're traveling to. And by not learning a foreign language and traveling to a foreign country, your ability to actually experience the real culture is fairly limited because you do not speak their language. I know in a couple summers I will be traveling to Italy, and I'm starting now to learn Italian, so when I'm there I don't have to like stay within the touristy parts of it. You know, I can travel all throughout Italy and experience the whole entire thing. And so now that I've told you a little bit more about why learning a foreign language will enhance your career, better your travel experiences, sharpen your mind, and improve your first language, I hope that you now just take up and start learning a second language.